All right, guys, so today we have a very special 1987 15 Super Sport Limited, also known as the SSL. This was a very rare edition of this 15 model later in the 80s. They didn't make that many of them, and we just took it and completely redesigned it and had some new ideas and thoughts about how to make this a little more modern, comfortable, just better looking overall. So let me take you through it. So let's talk about this insert. This is very unique to the SSL model, this one-piece drop-in fiberglass insert that houses the console, the front bench, this rear storage area, and also used to have this flap on the back of it. We got rid of the flap and figured out how can we get all the utility up under this bench, move our battery forward, move our fuel tank forward to get some weight forward. This boat always struggled with being stern heavy. So under this, we've got all of our breaker boxes and our master kill switch, also some storage, a little glove box. This ski tow eye, which is really cool and unique to this boat, also fits up under here when you're not using it. And under the bench, we've got our fuel tank on a quick release, and we got 14 gallons of fuel now on this boat as opposed to the original 6. So more range, you don't have to look at the fuel tank, it's out of the way, and the entire back of the boat is open. So now that this insert is cleaned up a little bit, we've removed this back hatch thing, and we opened this space up much larger to fit these Yeti 18s. We have way more storage, the ability to walk back here, be comfortable, be able to come in off the boat, off the ladder, and climb right over, and make this floor plan so much bigger, but while gaining much more storage and not having to see any of our utilities. One of the most unique features about the SSL is this ski pylon. Such a great thing. This was a total home run when it came to this model because you don't have to have those rear-facing struts that you would have to have if you put a pylon in the back of any other boat. It's able to use this structure as the higher up support, and then on the bottom, it's bolted into the floor. So you really have an incredibly strong tow eye into the back of this boat, and it also comes right out. So there's a quick release pin here in the floor. It twists right out, and then it can store in 2 clips that are tucked up under there at the back of the console. And it's gone. So this dash right here, this used to have a VHF radio in it and some other kind of random things, so we obviously removed all of that and just brought in a really nice solid piece of mahogany here to really accent and tie in with the piece in the rear, these little armrests along the side, just to bling it up a little bit. You know, this boat had all fiberglass before, there was really no woodwork in it, so we wanted to bring some of that classic look to this particular layout and blend the best of both worlds, from some of the classic boats to this more modern, less maintenance version of the 15. On the driver's side, this console is pretty basic, so we've actually put a new steering wheel on here. This is a smaller size diameter steering wheel than originally on this boat. It just made sense with the way this layout is and how kind of where your knees are and everything, to put a little bit smaller wheels. Also kind of a lot of fun, and it fits the scale, I think, just a little bit better. We got our Garmin 742 XS here, flush mounted, connected to the Yamaha to give you all your diagnostics and your engine data. 1 pull switch for your bilge override and 1 pull switch for your nav lights. Nice stainless steel cup holder. And tucked away down here is another USB port for the client to be able to charge things. It's tucked away, it's facing downwards out of the element, so it should stay functioning perfect for years to come. Yamaha 703 side control, and that's basically it. Moving forward, the biggest change you'll notice on this boat from the original SSL is that we've dropped the windshields, the mega windshield I call them. They came in with these big old plexiglass windshields. It just didn't fit the profile of the boat. When they came off, that was the first thing I knew was not going back on. And then once we were able to see the lines of this, it just made a whole lot of sense to drop them and get rid of them. We were able to add some nice stainless cup holders here, our fixed mount seat backs, and then the front bench came up with something a little bit different. This had a kind of awkward plastic liner in it that was warped and just kind of a mess. You can never really get under it, you couldn't clean under it, so it just always stayed dirty. So we wanted to come up with something that was still giving him storage here. It was a nice soft storage, so you can put life jackets in here, ropes, shoes, whatever. And then you can take this liner right out because it snaps right out. So you can pop it out and then clean under it and have the best of both worlds. All these cushions are 3/4 inch backer with just beautiful finish on the backside from Martin Marine Design. And the 3/16 stainless piano hinges, so they are good to go for a very long time. Love the low profile bow railing on the SSL. There's a similar option on the regular 15 Sport, but this is just a really great way of tying into that console, having a nice low brow to the front. Great looking original railing. Got our new but chrome brass OEM nav light, our brass restored Norman pin, original toe eyes, a lot of original hardware in this boat. This would have originally actually been fiberglass, so we got rid of that, made him a nice mahogany bow hatch that matches all the rest of the mahogany in the boat. Paint-wise, this is a Lexial 2-part polyurethane inside and outside. This is a very unique color we're using on this boat and a bunch of our upcoming builds. It's almost in between a outrage gray and original desert tan. I love it because it doesn't quite look as dingy as the desert tan, not quite as yellowy, but not quite as dull as some of the outrage gray can look. It's a perfect in-between with this really off-white cushions and the moonstone rub rail and this custom color combination on SeaDeck. It just screams vintage without being dated looking. All right, so I think that wraps up our 1987 Boston Whaler 15 SSL. We are so proud of this one. It is completely unique. Grover, Melissa, this boat is so special. I'm so glad you did this. Thanks so much for the opportunity. So many more memories to come, so many more generations to enjoy this boat. That ski pylon has so many kids to pull up and to teach them how to ski. So looking forward to seeing pictures of this boat down in Lake Martin and down the coast of Alabama and hopefully down the Keys like you promised. And everybody else, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.